Hello everyone. Today I would like to show you how I use Revit models to create operation plans to help our technical staff interrupting services on the field. Typically, this is an operation plan. It's very simple. It's going to be used by a plumber to create an interruption for this room for the domestic hot water, and there's the room number here. So these plans are very useful and they are automatically generated by a script I made. So first, my name is Richard Laroche. I'm a mechanical engineer in the operation team for Chute Québec. Our team of mechanicians, electricians, technicians, and engineers is managing 5 hospital complexes in the city of Quebec. Our team makes sure that all systems for heating, cooling, electricity, fire safety, gas controls are always up and running and every person is safe. We mostly deal with complex networks of services. And typically these networks spread over many buildings through tunnels. So this is one example of one site that we manage. This is Hôpital l'Enfant Jésus. There are many buildings and every building is linked by a tunnel, and there are all types of pipes and cables running all around the place. We need plans and diagrams to figure out how everything works, and it's almost impossible for a new employee or for a contractor to just know what they do when they close a valve, for example. So without plans, you never really know who's going to be affected downstream. My job has changed a lot during the last 5 years because on that very site we have one big project. We build additional new buildings, new patient care specialties, a new research center, and also some new emergency power infrastructure, a new thermal plant, and so on. So for this project, about a dozen of engineering and architecture firms, they created a couple of hundreds of Revit models. Here is the federated model, and it's displayed using Navisworks. What you see here is an assembly of about 200 models. And you can see that this site is the very same site that I was showing you with a Google Map, just that it's the construction project. So today I want to show you how I use these construction models to create operation plans to help our staff with service interruptions. Now I'm going to speak with a bit of Revit and programming language. So what I did basically is a script that detects every device, I would say every element that is mechanical equipment, plumbing fixture, and so on, every device that gives a service to a room. And for every device, I follow the piping, ducts, or cable network to find the nearest service interruption device. It can be a valve, it can be an electrical disconnector, something like that. Then I automatically create a plan where we can see where the service interruption device is, color and red the room and that will be affected by the interruption, and write a title and so on. So everything is done automatically. All information and calculation are made in one single file, going through every linked file. So you can see the operation is running in the background right now, and there's just one manipulation. You start it, and for example, right now, this script is running on a cancer center, and I'm going to create about 600 pages of plan automatically. It's a very useful tool to provide to technical resources on the field because they typically don't carry big rolls of plans or a device with CAD plans. My goal was to create small reference plans in PDF format that can easily be watched on a tablet or on a phone. So if I just link these PDF to our computer-assisted maintenance system, these plans, they can be linked in work orders and simply transmitted. You can see that you can understand that this completely changed my job because in the past, I had to put a lot of energy in scanning old rolls of paper plan, backing up CAD plans from construction and renovation projects. Trying to organize all that information to manage the sites. It was very difficult, and a lot of times the information wasn't even easy and quick to access. So, for example, once on another site, there was a water pipe that broke in the ceiling of a laboratory in the middle of the night, of course, and no one on the site knew by heart which valve to close and what would be the effect. You don't want to cut water to medical operations 3 floors above. So technical respondents on the site, they called the only experienced plumber who lived 30 minutes from there. And in the meantime, they started searching in the paper and CAD files to understand how the system was configured. They solved the problem. Everything was fine, just that during all this time, the water was pouring on lab equipment, causing damage not only to material, but also compromising an ongoing research. So having these kind of reference plans, quickly accessible and easy to read, it enables a lot of people to act in this kind of situation. Many times the service interruptions are simple. So in this case, it's just one room with one set of valve, and it's easy to understand. But sometimes you get a fairly quick return on investment, because first, these plans are very, very cheap to produce. See, they are being produced, for example, here. You can see that my script is producing about one plan every 2 or 3 minutes. And once you have that plan, you're not going to be walking and searching around for the valve for cases where the valves are not close or intuitively positioned for the interruption. I can see a plumber looking around in the ceiling using a stepladder, bothering every worker around. Especially in a hospital, it's even worse because you have to use a tent with HEPA filters whenever you open the ceiling. And in other cases, it's even better to have these plans, because when you want to interrupt service, for example, for a renovation, you want to remove a sink and change that room. Well, the interruption device is here, so you close the valve and you interrupt services for everyone around. So you have to carefully prepare this operation, and you have to talk to everyone that will be affected by this operation. So these kind of plans come very, very handy for this type of operation. So this is what I wanted to show you today. Please feel free to write to me, write some comments. I want to know what you think about this. Thank you. Goodbye.